I don't even know how to really start this video. I have some news. God, you know what? It feels really strange because me like making this video and this being uploaded makes it even more real because no one on the internet knows this yet. I'm not sure if I'm even going to title the video of like what's happening. Okay, I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. Just gonna say it. I am moving to Australia. It feels really weird to say, like, because I'm filming it. I've been, obviously, like, friends and family know, a couple of people know, but yeah, you guys, I've been hinting a little bit the past few weeks on my socials that, like, I have some news to share with you soon, like something's coming, like exciting changes this year, a big trip planned, but this is like serious. I don't even know where to start. Like, I'm not gonna go fully in depth of the whole story. Like, if people have questions, obviously feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'm sure I'll be making more videos on here and on Instagram and TikTok on the lead up to when we go, which is actually in about 10 weeks. We go at the end of May. I don't know why, I just can't wrap my head around it because obviously we've been so like low-key about everything up until now. Basically, me and my boyfriend Jack, obviously Jack's not really on my socials too much, he's just not that kind of guy, he doesn't really like getting involved in stuff too much, but you may have seen him in some videos. We are actually moving to Australia with two of our best friends, Beth and Joel. Beth's been in plenty of my content before. They live up the road from us. We've all been best friends for like 9 years. Me and Beth have probably been best friends for like 15 years or so, and the same as Jack and Joel have been best friends since like primary school as well. So, you know, it's an odd situation. If you guys watch my vlogs or follow me on my other socials, you'll know my friendship group is really, really close-knit, and we're kind of all in like couples, and yeah, super close. We're like a family. Us four are actually moving to Australia together. It was not an easy or light decision, especially on my behalf. And like I said, I'm not going to go fully into it, but it wasn't my thought that had been put out there of like the decision to go, or, you know, I'd never really considered moving so far away. I love traveling and holidays. I just never really imagined myself on the other side of the world. I've never even been to Australia on holiday, so it is quite a big jump to make. Our friends Beth and Joel had been discussing like something for quite a while, like back last year. They wanted to go and experience living somewhere else or just do some more traveling or whatever it was at the time. A good few months or so ago now, Jack had kind of, I'm not going to put him in the shit, but he dropped a bit of a bomb and explained to me like he would be really interested in actually moving as well. This obviously led to a lot of conversations, a lot of like trying to understand like how would we do it, like what would he want to do. And I think I struggled for quite a while about like wrapping my head around the situation because it wasn't necessarily me that was, I really want to move to Australia. Don't get me wrong, my mindset is completely different now and it is so exciting, and I will get onto that, but I thought I would just give you a little bit of the backstory of just like, you know, it had been a very like slow acceptance process of like, shit, like I'm actually going to do this, I'm going to go with them. If you haven't watched any of the moving vlogs while we've been in this house for the past like nearly 2 years, Jack actually bought this house by himself. Like, obviously it's our house, I pay half the bills and everything, but Jack owns the house, it's his mortgage, which is such an accomplishment and achievement to do by himself. Obviously I wasn't in the position to buy at the time. I'd just gone self-employed, so I couldn't get a mortgage and I didn't have the same amount of savings. For Jack to be able to go and have peace of mind and just what he wanted to do, he wanted to sell the house to move to Australia. I say move, obviously we're only going on a year visa to begin with. We're going to do a working holiday visa just because none of us wanted to do the skilled visa, pay like a few £1,000s when we don't really know how we're going to fare out there, if we're going to love it. Obviously, hopefully we do. Thought to be kind of safe for our first year and obviously like trialing it out together, that we'll just do a working holiday visa and we'll go from there. I understand that this was the best option, which is really, really sad, but it's bittersweet because we've actually sold the house. I mean, obviously I'm still in the house, but we're in the process of selling the house. So are Beth and Joel, they're selling their house too. It literally seems so crazy to just be like talking through. Obviously, like we've talked to each other and we've talked to like all our friends know and our family know, but yeah, this is like real. This is on the internet now, like no take backsies. we have to go. We're packing up our stuff and we're going to Australia. So there will be so much more content this year of me in a completely different country, so much like travel content as well. I am really excited to actually go back to Bali. If you watch the Bali vlogs, end of 2023, me and the girls did Thailand and Bali. I'd love to go and explore a little bit more of Thailand at some point. It depends, I guess, how much money I'm able to kind of make while I'm in Australia, but literally Bali is like our Spain, like our Tenerife, our Benidorm. Like it's a couple of hours flight and like £130 for a return, which is mind-boggling. I mean, this is opening up a whole load of opportunities for me, and after I got through the initial like crying every time I would think about like, oh my god, I'm gonna leave my family, which is, I think, for anyone that has moved to Australia or even just gone traveling for however many months, that is probably the saddest part, is like a feeling of leaving home and leaving family. But I can always come home. Like I can get home within 24 hours. I can FaceTime everyone. Like it is really, really sad, and I don't I don't want to cry. I can get literally like my throat's starting to seize up. I'm not crying because I have makeup on. I think that was just like the biggest hurdle to get over, is like leaving family and not being able to see like my mum every week. It was also really scary for me because I'm the only one that is self-employed. I've been self-employed for I think nearly 3 years, but I've built my own like business page and had my own clients for the past year or so, and I think at first the thought of that was terrifying because I felt like, not that it failed, but obviously I'd have to start completely again and wouldn't have the clients I have now, which is really, really sad, and I'm going to miss them so much. I can obviously do like a lot of work remotely and still do like my socials, and I'm hoping that like this could be like the best thing that I do, and I hope that you guys, you know, that watch my content really love it and follow us on the journey. It was just that like I've got more of a job, kind of what I've built up, and I've like tried to work hard, and I've been networking and word of mouth and, you know, building a bit of a reputation for myself here, that's just going to get taken away and I'm going to have to start completely from scratch. But that isn't the case, and I do think very differently now. You're not starting again because you've got a year's worth of experience behind you and you've got your portfolio built up and you're more confident and experienced. And Joel said to me, and this sticks with me to be fair, and we had a conversation a couple of months ago, it's like, if I can make being self-employed and like running my own creative business work in a small town in South Wales, I can definitely make it work in Australia. But yeah, like the news is out. I wasn't going to ramble too much, but that is kind of like how we came to the decision. All 4 of us are going. We're going to just see how we get on, and we're actually going to be traveling for probably like 3 to 4 weeks before we actually settle down in Perth. So that's where like we've decided that we're going to go and try actually living. Our 2 friends, Paige and Kurt, are actually going to come out with us, and we're going to travel up the East Coast for basically the month of June. We're going to go to Perth for like a week or so to just do some like apartment house viewings, obviously hopefully find somewhere to live. We've booked an Airbnb, and yeah, just do all the stuff that we need to do when we're over there, like get your business number and set up a bank or whatever. And then we're all going to go over to the East Coast, and our friends are going to fly out and meet us, I think, in like Sydney. I mean, I'd like to think that I could build my clientele, but if it means that I do need to get a job, then so be it. I'm sure I'll be posting a lot more content to do with this over on my TikTok. I'm also really excited of just like being in the sun a lot more, and just more of like that balanced lifestyle and like the culture that they have over there. Don't get me wrong, I know sometimes the grass isn't always greener. I am trying to have like the most positive mindset and manifest that like this is the best decision, and like why not do it now while we're in our 20s, and like yes, we had houses, but we're not really like tied down. Like we're able to go and see the world. Why not try living somewhere else? There is so much of the world to see. So yeah, I am very, very excited, and I hope you guys are excited for us. I don't know if this is going to come as like a massive shock to some of you. There's probably like some of my internet friends that obviously don't know. I thought I would just sit down and explain it and just chat through like the plan and how it came about. I am working on like another little vlog of, I guess, more of like moving out of the house. I've already started clearing out so much of like my clothes and makeup, so the clips that I have taken, I'm gonna put it in another vlog very soon of like the steps I'm taking to prepare for the move. If there is anything that you want to know or that you want to see from me, please let me know in the comments. There will be hauls coming, packing videos, moving out videos. Once we've kind of got like our plan set in place, I can talk you guys through that. God, I feel like a bit of a weight's been lifted. Like I also have like a knot of like, oh God, like I've actually said it, like everyone's gonna know. We've booked the flights, we've done the visas, like all, it's just the waiting game now, like just to sign the house over and get going. It's gonna come around so quickly. So we're all just trying to cherish the time that we've got at home at the moment, make the most of it and be as prepared as we can be. If anyone also has any tips, if you've migrated to Australia or if you've just travelled Australia and there's some things that like I need to know, also please leave them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future content, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!